Ghost Beast!
Ghost Beast.
A horror podcast. I'm Todd.
I'm Becca.
And together we're going to watch every single Phantasm movie and horror movie. Which is why today we watched Phantasm Ravager from 2016. Directed by David Hartman. It's not Don Coscarelli. And I think he directed a lot of TV shows, like a lot of cartoons and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Seems kind of random seeing Phantasm in his filmography, but we made it.
Yes.
End of the line. And here's the thing. I guess like the normal thing I would say here is that when you get to part 5 of a franchise,
we're having the talk.
It's it's the point where, you know, it starts to take kind of nosedive. I will say this movie, they kept it going for a while. The first 3 are like all really solid.
Yeah, and even the 4th one was still good.
Yeah.
Like it was, you know, but it was still had a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. Even like the 3rd one, which I think is not very universally liked. I still thought it was just a super fun like 90s horror movie.
Yeah,
you know?
It's good.
But the funny thing with this one, right, is first of all, I realized before we watched it, like right before we watched it, that we have both seen this before.
Yes.
Which was like a crazy moment because we used to, back when we first started dating, we did the thing where during October, we would watch a different horror movie every single day, which was like, it was very fun.
Yes.
It was like, oh, what a young person adventure. I don't know if I could do that anymore. Because I know there were days when, you know, some days it would be the weekend or I get home early and that's like, yeah, let's do it. Then there's days where I get home at like 7 p.m. and it's like, fuck, gotta watch a fucking horror movie. All right, whatever. And we usually like fall asleep or something.
Well, yeah. So, I mean, sometimes we'd have those days where you would be working during the day and I would be working at night. We had to watch the movie separately.
Yeah, that happened a few times
which
too.
Kind of sucked, you know, but we still wanted to talk about it. So
we were committed.
Yes.
And I'll say like, surprise, we're still doing the podcast after a year. When I get committed to something, that is my autistic trait. I don't know if I can say that. I like to commit to things, all right? So that was, it's funny because I think there are a lot of horror movies we saw during that I don't remember at all.
Yeah.
Like,
Same. Yeah.
And this is one of them.
Yeah.
Because I had to look it up. I mean, this is 2016. This is like almost 10 years ago because we saw it in 2016 when it came out. And I found my post on Facebook talking about it where I was not very happy. And I think like the thing I want to set up here, okay, I'm going to get a little dramatic for a moment.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
I think this is going to be an interesting episode because even though I can say this is not a good movie at all. Okay.
I mean, look, I don't think that that's like...
Let's be fucking realistic, all right?
Yeah.
It's not a good movie. I don't want to talk about that.
I don't want to talk about that either.
I want to celebrate not just this series. I want to celebrate this movie.
Yeah.
Okay?
I love this franchise. I absolutely am a Phantasm head now. Like, I love this franchise.
I am grateful for this. Like, seriously. Because, like, the funny thing about, okay, that review that I wrote, which I'm going to read it now because this is going to be... We're in the negativity zone. We're going to leave the negativity zone after this. All right? So let's get it all out there.
Okay.
This is my spoiler-free 2016 review when I was 10 years younger on Facebook. Welp. I wrote welp.
Yeah, you did. You still kind of do that though sometimes.
I'm a big fan of the original Phantasm, but this movie felt like a Duke Nukem era FPS game, and it's every bit as out of touch as that sounds. Lots of awkward acting and dialogue and special effects that feel like they'd be on the Sci-Fi Channel 20 years ago. I actually feel like if they'd leaned into the campiness all the way, it could have been silly and some fun, but it just felt incomprehensible and boring. too bad. I think I stand by every one of those things if we're talking objectively about the movie, okay? Mm-hmm. There's horrible acting. There's very bad special effects. But, like, it's funny to me to think about that is me growing up when I'm a child watching, like, the first two movies. And I'm like, yeah, hell yeah, I like Phantasm. Yeah. And then diving into Ravager, it's like, brother, there's so much context that you're missing. Yeah. That really threw me through a fucking loop. And I can only imagine what it was like for you. I mean, you don't even remember it.
Well, yeah. Well, first of all, I had never seen the other
no context.
I had zero clue what was going on. And
that was a mistake.
Yes. And I'm almost positive I probably fell asleep.
I think I did too. I think like we just really did not know what we were in for. And watching it now, it's like, it just feels like such a different experience. Mm-hmm. And it's like the way I look at it, all right, I'm going to have to get kind of sappy in this episode. I think we'll talk more about that in spoilers.
Okay.
I think all I'll say now to like tease what's to come. Mm-hmm. I think these movies are fucking ridiculous.
Yes.
I think that like they're super campy. They have a lot of stuff you can object to very easily. Mm-hmm. This movie continues the trend of Reggie having absolutely no game. Like the most unrealistic interactions with women. And like the fact that he just keeps getting older makes it even more jarring.
Yeah.
At least the woman in this one's a little bit older. When we first saw her, we were like, oh, what the fuck, Reggie? Like, you were way too old for some 20-year-old. She seemed a little bit older.
But still
too young.
Yeah.
Listen, we can laugh at all these things. There's still, women are still, like, objectified in some weird ways where they die very quickly. There's a lot of stuff like that, but it's like, there is so much heart in these movies that it's just insane to see. Like, even just the fact that these actors keep coming back when sometimes there is like a 20-year gap between movies, and seeing them again, seeing the way that the movies like pick up one after another, even though it's like, bro, you are noticeably 20 years older.
Yeah.
It just feels like you were in this vortex where you're just like trapped in this story forever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like even the story itself, it is the most paper thin story that makes no sense. And they just keep going with it and choosing not to explain anything. I love what they're doing. And it feels like this weird love letter that has just persisted since 1979.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No,
and like,
I know what you mean.
And this movie just feels like such a perfect send-off where it's like, this didn't have to exist.
No.
They could have ended it in the 90s where Phantasm probably belongs. But in 2016, they were like, no, we're bringing everybody back and we're going to use this to say goodbye and like not resolve anything.
Yeah.
There's no ending. There's no like resolution. But it's just like, yeah, we're back in the world one last time. And I'm grateful for this entire journey.
No, I am too. I mean, all of these actors, like we've like watched them age. Like, and it's just, I don't know what happened behind the scenes or anything like that, but it seems like everybody gets along.
Yeah,
it just seems like,
to be there.
Yeah, this feels like one of those franchises that had to be like so much fun to make. And that makes me love a horror film when I can tell like the people who are making it were just like passionate and having fun.
Yeah, and I mean, we joked before about how like Jody just seems like he left acting and became an accountant, and he still shows up for these movies. So like, yeah, sure. You want to turn me into a ball? Like, let's go. Whatever you need, Cascarelli. Because you know they're not making any money. So it just really is this kind of labor of love.
Yeah.
And it's great to say I'm like a part of it. Because even though I grew up with these, it was always something in the back of my mind that was like, yeah, I'm a Phantasm head. Because I love those fucking movies. But my memories were all from being a child.
Yeah.
And being able to go through it for real now, it's just like, yeah, they are cool.
Yeah, they are.
I'm totally, like, all the things that I thought was really cool back then, like the quadruple shotgun and the balls and stuff. It's like, yeah, those are cool.
Yeah.
You were right.
Yeah, I feel like I never really heard much about this movie, you know?
Yeah. Well, I think we, like, barely missed each other as far as, like, what was playing on TV.
Yeah.
Like that's a weird generational thing. I think it's like if you're even like 4 years apart, you're gonna be watching completely different movies on TV.
Yep.
So you missed out.
I
unfortunately.
did. Yeah, and there was no one around me who had ever like recommended them or anything, so it just like wasn't on my radar.
Nobody who was that cool until you met me. Huh?
Yeah, that's right.
So I mean, yeah, it was a really fun ride. I don't think there's any content warning. We don't even need to waste time on that for this. But like, it was a very fun series to go through, and it's going to be hard to beat this one, I think. Because I was like, going into this, I was excited that like, oh, we're at this tier of horror series because we've seen like all the big ones.
Yeah.
I don't know, like, it's in this weird niche. It's like, I don't know what else could possibly compare to this.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? We'll find out when we watch Critters next year. But I had a blast, and let's get to spoilers and just celebrate this
franchise.
I got it. Let's celebrate this legacy. Okay. Let's talk about the silly shit. I was gonna say let's start with the sad stuff. It's like maybe not. Let's save that till the end. But I do feel bad in a lot of these episodes saying like, yeah, we're due for another Phantasm. Fuck yeah, let's bring it back. It's like, brother, that's not how time works. Like these guys, they're not immortal. Like I think I didn't really think about just how much time passed.
Yeah.
And yeah, the fact this is in 2016, it's like, oh yeah, they are like, I don't think they're showing up for Phantasm 6. Like, I don't think anybody's going to want to keep making this after this.
I will say I also had the same feeling. Like, I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll do another one and we'll get to see more. But I also went through that same journey where it was like
9 years
I don't think
since this one. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think it's a good way to end it. It's like I said, I'm grateful that they did come back at all because they didn't have to.
Yeah. I mean, it's bittersweet.
Yeah. But yeah, the movie, it's so goddamn funny. It's like, it's doing the same things. It's spinning the same wheels. You know, like, if you ask me, what is the story in Phantasm? It's like, well, I can safely say by now, it is the tall man capturing people, turning them into Jawas in service of another dimension, ...
Yeah.
Like that's I still don't even know what they're doing. Like every time they show the red planet, they're just like moving barrels around. It's like, I don't know what is this all for?
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I realized that there was not a lot of money to make this film.
Oh yeah.
Like I realized they were they were on a budget. But I think what's special about this franchise compared to if anyone else were to do something like this, I am so invested in the story that I'm like, you know what? I'm going to use my imagination, and that will work perfectly.
It's funny because when you started to say that, I was like, there are a few different ways that this can go. And like, yes, we are fucking invested. Okay?
Yeah. I love Phantasm.
Every single episode we joked about how it picks up right after the last one, and Reggie has like a little bit less hair. This one's a little more wishy-washy about the timeline, but it was like, ooh, Reggie, it's been a while, brother.
Yeah.
Still looking good. He's still fucking spry as hell. Still running around with the shotgun.
Yeah, he's doing it.
He was fucking shit up in this. This movie did have a lot more action, I feel like.
Yeah.
Because the other movies, they always have guns, but they don't really use them that much, if you really think about it.
I will say, I think Phantasm is so special in the way that on the surface, there are so many things that I usually do not like, which is the weird objectification of women, the guns, and also
middle-aged men who think they're like God's gift to women.
Yeah, like there's just so many red flags. For some reason, I just don't care.
Oh, I know
why.
I think it's just because it's so earnest.
It is.
You know, it's so like heartfelt.
It is.
So you're just like, you're on their side. Like I was talking to my friend the other day because a friend of ours, old CB, he watched these kind of with us because he saw I was rating them on Letterboxd, and talking to him about it, it's like he's along for the ride too, which is cool. But it's like old fucking Uncle Reggie. It's
he's
like
just so cool. God.
What a fucking scamp. It's like, he's just like...
that scamp is the word.
Yes. you can't help but be like, Reggie, you are a badass. You are cool as shit. Like, even when he's just being a fucking goofball, and the way that like as soon as the woman is introduced, and it's always a woman on like the side of the road in a car. Like, Reggie, you gotta meet the lady some other way because this is so suspicious. But when he's like spitting game and trying to get to her house, it's like watching it, you're like, Reggie, you have no game at all. Like, what is this? And the fact that it works is just like, all right, I really gotta suspend my disbelief here. But like, okay.
Yeah, it somehow works not only so well, but so smoothly in a way where you're like, okay.
He's our problematic uncle that we're still like, we're here for you, brother. Like, you're still fucking cool. Like, that whole thing was like, that was the most where I was rolling my eyes like, okay. When he's like, he goes back to her house and like this old dude she just met, she's letting him in, letting him sleep over here. And he's talking about writing her a song and shit because, of course, he's got his guitar out. It's just like, brother, you got no game. But she still, like, comes down and like, come on.
She goes to bed and then she thinks about it. And she's like, you know what? Actually, yes. Goes to get him. Of course, he fell asleep, but it was still just like, okay.
Come on, so fucking unrealistic. But it's like, then she dies right after that too. Yeah. So that is like, that sequence I think sums up Phantasm. Is like the completely unbelievable attention from a younger woman.
Yeah.
But then she dies instantly right after that. And she comes back later and then dies instantly again. It's like, that is the Phantasm experience. And the acting, like there's a part where she calls the tall man the big dude. Like, hell yeah.
Yeah.
It's just so fucking silly. We had a lot of ball action. We had some definite like computer effects here.
Yeah.
We got a new ball. This is the one that I was spoiled on, was the red ball with the spikes that explodes. You only see it once and it's like, that's a cool ass ball.
That is a really cool ball. Yeah. Yeah, I really liked how it showed a progression into an apocalyptic state because of the actions of the tall man. I actually do really love that concept. And that is where it was like, okay, it's not depicted in the best way, but I can see the bones. So like I'm able to just like imagine my way through it. Like that's specifically. And I do really like that. I think that's fucking cool.
Yeah. It's a big swing because you can see this as like probably how they envisioned it eventually going in this like post-apocalyptic world. But you can tell in every movie, it's kind of like, don't know if we can afford the post-apocalyptic. So why don't we like stay back here for a bit? And now they're finally like, look, we still don't have the money for it, but we're going to just fucking go for it anyway. So it winds up being like kind of silly, like very fire and brimstone. And we do get the giant balls too.
Yes.
I forgot all about the giant balls.
Yeah.
And get some footage of them like taking over the world and shit. It's like very War of the Worlds.
It's super cool. I love the concept of that.
Yeah. It's nice that they were able to finally deliver on that.
Yeah.
Because I think that was something they were thinking about for a while. I think Phantasm 4, they even had an original script that was more of that kind of stuff.
I love that.
Yeah. But I think they just never had the money to do it. And maybe it is one of those things where it's like, by 2016, this stuff is way more accessible. You know, like you can get some fucking teenager to do your computer effects at that point.
Yeah.
You know, like this is that other side of the accessibility of making movies, making anything really. It's like the tools are so much better. So they were just fucking making it happen.
Yeah.
But it's funny because I think one of the major elements of this movie is the way that it flips between these different kind of realities. Like they suddenly introduce this story element where it's like, oh, Reggie is in a
state of dementia.
Well, he's in like a
mental hospital
of some kind. Yeah. And it's this idea that like, oh, this is all in his head. Like this isn't actually happening. And he's insisting like, no, the fucking tall man, this is his trick. And then going into reality. And then there's also like the future. It flips between these and tries to tell this story as like, oh, which one's real? Like, which was funny because I think we were getting annoyed.
I was getting annoyed. I honestly was, because it was like, this is super sad. This cannot be the way. It just can't Please don't do it.
But it's like, it's the way that even that is almost true to Phantasm, because the first fucking movie ends, we forget, with them just being like, oh yeah, it was a dream.
Yeah.
Psych. And they play with that a lot. So it makes sense. This is almost like an evolution of that. But I think the big thing for me is it's like I said, this is the part of me that when I came into this in 2016, just walking off the street into Phantasm 5, I can see why I was like, what the fuck is this? Like, what am I watching? With the full context and treating it as like, fuck all of that. This is made for the fans.
Yeah.
Period. And treating it as like, this is the send off.
Mm-hmm.
There is a lot of emotional depth to the way the story is told, and going through this with Reggie, and what makes it especially impactful. This is why like I just feel grateful to be in the fandom and to have this context.
Yes.
So with reading some stuff, because I was kind of curious about, could they make another Phantasm? Like I definitely don't think they needed to after this, but I did find out that Reggie, the actor who is also named Reggie, he was diagnosed with dementia.
Oh no.
And all I could find was as of February of this year, he was in hospice. And it's like, I can see you're getting upset. It's actually making me upset to think about it. Because that is the thing, is like, we've been on this journey with this character, and it makes it hit so much harder the way they depict it in this movie. Because it's like, this is this actor's legacy.
Yeah.
And this is his life. You know, and it's like the way it mirrors real life in that way is like, it's incredibly sad and tragic, but it's also like, man, it's fitting that we were able to be here for this.
Yeah.
You know, it reminds me of what happened with Tony Todd in Final Destination.
I know.
You know what I mean?
So sad.
So it's like, it's very sad. I hate hearing that. It's like, brother, always gonna love Uncle Reggie. Okay. Like, I know I said a lot of bad things about the womanizing and everything, but like, I still love you, buddy.
Yeah.
So I'm so happy we got to experience that. And I also learned that Angus Scrimm, who played the tall man, he passed away like right after the movie came out.
Oh God.
And I saw that they were able to show him a final version of the movie, which like is just so funny. Is like, imagine, you know, I mean, I think he was like 90. He was like very old. But imagine being that old and being like, all right, brother, like, check this out. Showed him Phantasm 5 that he was just in. It's like, he had to be so happy to still be able to like accomplish that at that age and have like such a legacy. So that was another thing that was like kind of bittersweet. Yeah. You know?
I see why you put your arm around me now. Because it's like, what is he about to tell me?
I knew that, like, I knew it was going to make you emotional for a lot of reasons. But that's what I'm saying. And that's why, like, as silly as this fucking movie is, I only have, like, really positive things to say overall. Because it is, like, it feels like the end of a journey. Mm-hmm. And I think, like, you know, Phantasm is one of the lesser known of these kind of horror series. I think that should change. I think more people should check these out, because it's just such a cool legacy. And I'm glad that we went on this journey, because like, I've been hanging on to these since I was a small child, watching edited versions of this on like USA and shit back then, and I just never kind of came back to it. So I'm glad we were able to do this year.
Me too.
Do you have a favorite scene?
Well, I feel like I had a couple favorite scenes, actually. I first really liked when the woman from the first movie showed up, and she had that like crazy makeup. Yeah,
that was it was almost like some Beetlejuice type shit.
Exactly. I loved that. Just artistically, I thought that was like super cool looking. And I also, as confused as I was super happy to see Rocky back. But I don't understand why it was a post-credit scene. Yeah,
that was weird. Because at first I was like, who the fuck? And then I saw the nunchucks poking up, and it was like, oh shit, it's Rocky. Yeah, that
And then she like immediately gets groped.
Yeah, she's like immediately sexualized or something. It's like, that's our Phantasm. Like, can you imagine bringing her back so many years later? Like, oh, we want you to reprise your role. It's like, oh, what am I doing? We're gonna objectify you real fast. That's it, and it's gonna be in the post credits.
I would love to see Rocky Phantasm, like
a side story.
Yes,
fuck yeah,
yeah. I need that.
They should do that if they bring it back.
Yeah,
yeah. I don't know. And I do think this is one of those franchises. I'm usually pretty open to like remakes and stuff. Because like, fuck it, whatever.
Yeah.
Like if you do something
if
new,
you want to do it because you're passionate about the content, yes.
But like Phantasm is just such a strange thing. I don't know. I think it would lose some of its charm if they tried to do that.
I understand
you know what I mean?
that. Yeah.
Like I think it's this historical piece of horror history that just exists. Maybe we should just keep it like that.
I don't know. I think it could even more so now, the past like maybe 2 years, seeing some remakes. There are directors and artists out there that will like give it that soft hand that it needs to lead it to like something beautiful in that like style. And I'm here for those types. I'm not here for the money grab.
Well,
like I don't want that. I want someone who's a fan and understands it and wants to either push it further or something.
That's what I was going to say is like, I don't think we have to worry about them doing it as a cash grab because I don't know how much money there is in Phantasm. So maybe it would have to be somebody who's like really fucking committed to it.
Yeah.
But I think they'd probably have to explain too much of the story because I don't know if like this kind of narrative will work in 2025. I do think like if I have to think of a favorite scene, honestly, it's probably just when Reggie shows up at that girl's house. Just because that was the moment where I was like, oh, what the fuck are we doing, Reggie? Like, come on, man. Like, that shit just winds up being fun because it's like, that's the most like, that's our Reggie kind of moment. Like, between him, like, immediately being able to sleep on the couch and being like, hey, why don't we just hang out here for a few days and like whipping out the guitar. Yeah. It's like, that's our Reggie.
Yeah.
That was super fun. But I did like when they took that swing at showing like the world getting taken over and all the giant balls in the sky. So it's just like the way they have really run with that whole concept is so funny. It's like, I guess this is the logical place that it goes is just straight up War of the Worlds shit.
Yeah. I also, as corny as it was, I did like that they were like, you were like frozen here or whatever. Like he had your mind like trapped for years or whatever. And I love it's so fucking crazy. I love that.
It really is kind of like 3 different movies all wedged in here.
But it's okay.
Yeah, it was funny that like, when they find him in the future, they find Reggie hooked up to this fucking machine, they free him. It's like, oh, okay, that's what's happening here. But then they still try to go back to the hospital. Like, they don't let that shit go. It's like, guys, like, what is the story? Like, chill the fuck out. We know he's in the future. We know big dude's fucking with him. Yeah, so I just, I'm glad we could see this with the full context instead of out of nowhere in 2016.
Yeah, I think if you're gonna watch this franchise, you gotta
put in the work.
You gotta watch the whole thing.
Oh yeah. But this was very fun. I am seriously looking forward to just watching more series that are in this tier. Because I think what I've taken away from this is that, it makes sense when you have a huge series where studios are like, oh yeah, we got to keep making these fucking movies. Like we had a whole thing in the Alien 3 episode about how after Aliens, it was like, oh, this is a franchise. This is making fucking money. And so there was so much pressure on Alien 3 as a result of that. But I didn't even think about how, like, you take something like Phantasm. No studio is like, we gotta have Phantasm 4. We gotta fucking have it. It's like, there's nothing to cash in on there. So if they're still making these, it's like, there has to be some passion behind it. That's the only way that these exist.
Yeah.
And maybe that's going to wind up being a lot more fun to get through rather than watching Halloween 6. You know? Yeah, I think the big ones that stand out to me, we never got into Leprechaun, so we have all those. And I'm serious about Critters. Do you even know what Critters is? Like,
barely.
Okay.
Like, it's like Gremlins, right?
You got it. That's it. It's seriously little ass spiky monsters attacking people. I think there's some space plot in there too. So like, so can't wait for that. But you can go to ghostbeast.com for all our links. You can also search for Ghost Beast Pod. You can follow Lux Fatale to look at Becca's artwork. And you can follow Ghost Beast on Letterboxd where you rank everything we cover. And look, when I'm putting this on the list, okay, I can't be blinded by the passion that I have for this. I'm gonna try to be more objective. All right, so don't get mad if it's really low on the list. Let's be fucking real, okay? Okay. This is actually very hard because we are like, maybe I'm being unfair because we definitely have movies that we rate higher because we have some personal attachment. But I think even in those cases, maybe the movies are more fun because this isn't the most fun. I don't need to get into that. But look, I put it above Wolf Cop, below Five Nights at Freddy's.
Okay.
That puts it at number 123 on our list, but number 1 in our hearts. You can contact us at podcast@ghostbeast.com. What other series like this? Give me recommendations for more underappreciated series like this. Okay. And follow us on TikTok and YouTube. And bye. Do you need to take a shower?
I took one this morning. There's a spider.